In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NFL games happening on August 26, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Buffalo Bills versus Chicago Bears. The Bills head to Chicago to play the Bears in the final preseason game of the season. The Bills announced that their starters will play in the game, while the Bears have yet to make a decision. The game will still be very offensive focused, as the Bills will want to create momentum leading into the first game. The Bears are trying to figure out their backup quarterback role. Both offenses will be passing the ball heavily on Saturday, August 26th. The Buffalo Bills are 1-1 after they lost by a score of 27-15 to the Steelers in Pittsburgh in Week 2. Buffalo had a ton of trouble scoring in the first 3 quarters, but they were able to score 15 points in the fourth. The Bills got a 2-yard touchdown run from Jordan Mims and a Justin Shorter 17-yard touchdown reception from Kyle Allen in the final quarter. Buffalo outgained Pittsburgh by a total of 339-265, but turned the ball over 4 times and went 3-8 on third down attempts. Kyle Allen threw for 112 yards and a touchdown, but Matt Barkley threw 3 interceptions. Josh Allen got limited playing time, but I don't expect him to play at all in the game. The Bills won their first game of the preseason by a score of 23-19 against the Colts, where they outgained Indianapolis by a total of 348-289. The Buffalo defense has been solid, but the offense needs to limit the turnovers. The Chicago Bears are 1-1 this preseason after they lost to the Indianapolis Colts by a score of 24-17 last week. The Bears actually led this game by a score of 17-7 in the fourth quarter, but the Colts scored 17 points unanswered to finish the game with the win. Chicago scored on a 2-yard run by Tyson Bagent, a Doris Fountain 35-yard touchdown reception from Nathan Peterman, and a 50-yard field goal by Cairo Santos. The Bears were outgained by a total of 343-310 and turned the ball over once. Chicago went 5-14 on third down attempts and 1-2 on fourth downs. Peterman led the way for the Bears with 115 passing yards and 1 touchdown, while Tyson Bagent added 76 passing yards and a rushing score. Chicago won the first game of their preseason by a score of 23-17 over the Titans. In that game, the Bears were also outgained by a total of 372-337 and turned the ball over 3 times. Chicago has been outgained in each of their first 2 games, and they have also had some turnover issues to start the preseason. Buffalo laid an egg last week against Pittsburgh, getting their doors blown in, so I expect to see a better performance this week. Now, it's preseason, and it doesn't really matter until the games count, but I don't think the Bills want to go into the regular season with 2 bad performances. I would expect to see some Josh Allen and maybe even some Stephon Diggs after the week where his loyalty to the team was publicly questioned. Also, Bills coach Sean McDermott has a good preseason record in his career, as he is 13-7, so I would expect a better performance this week. So the Buffalo Bills to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. It sounds like we are going to see starters for both sides play at least a couple of series, which makes the first quarter a must-watch. We have seen plenty of turnovers by these teams to start the preseason, which means we may see some short fields here. The offense will be dominating this game. The defenses will try to make some stops, but with so much on the line for many offensive players on both teams, the points will start to add up. Both teams have played a combined 4 games during the preseason. In each game, the total has reached over 38 points easily. This one seems like a no-brainer. The total seems low here, as both of these teams, in each of their games this preseason, have played in games where at least 40 points were scored. The third preseason game is typically the one where you see the most starters play, although now that there are only 3 preseason games, that might not be as true as it has been in the past. Still, with a week off after this, I would expect to see some of the big names get some run here. Ultimately, this should be in the range as all the other games these teams have played this preseason. That is over 40 points. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Browns vs. Kansas City Chiefs. The Cleveland Browns and Kansas City Chiefs finally get to wrap up their preseason schedule this weekend. Determining the final roster will be the main goal for both organizations on Saturday. TEHF Field at Arrowhead Stadium will be the venue for the last tune-up before the regular season. The big question right now for the Browns is who will be the backup behind Deshaun Watson. Dobbs hasn't played as much this preseason yet because many believe he already had the backup job locked up. But now there seems to be some questions. Last game against the Washington Commanders, Dobbs completed 8 of his 16 passes for 77 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Dorian Thompson-Robinson was quite impressive, completing 9 of his 10 passes for 102 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. The Browns are expected to play most of the starters for a couple of drives here, and they are especially going to need a good game from the offense here. How much are the Chiefs going to play the starters in this game? Andy Reid has said that the starts may play a little bit in this game, but that type of quote makes it hard to imagine that they are going to play more than one series here. The Chiefs opened up the preseason with a 26-24 loss against the Saints, but they followed that up with a 38-10 victory over the Arizona Cardinals. Patrick Mounds, Shane Buechele, and Blaine Gabbert all played well. Buechele went 10-10 for 105 yards. Blaine Gabbert also completed 7 of his 8 passes for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ihmir Smith-Marsette had a strong game, catching 4 passes for 92 yards and a touchdown. In this game for the Chiefs, it's going to come down to the quarterback play. Cleveland is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 Saturday games and 13-27 against the spread in their last 40 games against the AFC, while the under is 6-1 in their last 7 games overall. Kansas City is 3-12-1 against the spread in their last 16 games against the AFC and 2-8-1 against the spread in their last 11 home games, while the under is 7-1 in their last 8 home games. Yes, this is still just a preseason game, but the Cleveland Browns seem to be taking the opportunity to defeat the defending Super Bowl champions very seriously based on their quotes to the media this week. The Browns seem to have more interest in playing their starters for a longer duration as well. They've also had an extra exhibition game to work out some of the kinks, and they've avoided any crucial injuries while doing so. Kansas City already proved last week that they're clicking on all cylinders behind Mahomes and some other regulars, so I expect this week they'll be more focused on staying healthy and simply going through the motions. Kansas City hasn't publicly determined if starters are playing or for how long, but even if they know, this game should be tight. Andy Reid certainly is not afraid of playing the starters in the preseason, though it might be for just one series in this game. All of Cleveland's preseason games have been close, and it seems like the Chiefs are a deeper unit than the Browns. There's no reason to expect a blowout in this one, so the Kansas City Chiefs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The backup quarterbacks by both teams have been impressive during the preseason, and they are going to continue that success here. Dobbs is expected to play plenty here, and he's going to find success again here. Look for Buechele to also have another big game here. Kansas City's offense barely misses a beat when backups play against fellow backups. Reid has high expectations for his backups to compete because you don't know when somebody goes down that you'll have to step right in. Cleveland starters are probably getting 2 drives, so that should also turn into scoring drives, especially if they only face backups. I believe that there's going to be points scored in this game, as Kansas City's quarterback depth has looked solid, and Cleveland's got themselves a stud in my opinion in DTR, and I think that the points get logged early and often in this one. This game's tied for the highest total of the week, and I think it's for good reason. Both of Kansas City's games have finished over the total so far, so why not this one? Expect this game to finish over the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.